Why this program eliminates sleep problems. Sleep problems are some of the most common complaints of the clients that I work with, and they very much negatively affect the quality of their life. Sleep problems include, but are not limited to, things like difficulty falling asleep, staying asleep, sleep apnea, snoring, nighttime urination, and night sweats. Healing your bowel and body with this program eliminates all of those sleep problems. Physiologically, a healthy body is one where there's not an excess of acidity in the organs, and there's not an excess of acidity in the blood either. Remember, when there are uneliminated acids in your blood that are not being eliminated by your bowel, your body reacts to those. Those are dangerous, and your body has many reactions to those uneliminated acids. One of those reactions is to take the oxygen, or some of the oxygen in your body, and attach that to that acidity. That eliminates the danger of the acidity, but it also results in lowered oxygen levels in your body. Lowered oxygen levels are implicated in sleep apnea. In fact, many people with sleep apnea have been given a CPAP or other type of machine that either increases the airflow into their body, which increases the oxygen from the air, or that machine also can have added oxygen to it to improve that oxygenation. When you have a healthy body and you have well-formed stools, you will have adequate oxygen and you will not have sleep apnea. When you have uneliminated acids, those also can cause nervous system irritation. They can cause a reaction from the nervous system, which can result in a lot of stress and irritation to that nervous system. Primarily, that tends to affect difficulty or create difficulty in falling asleep. In fact, a lot of the age-old remedies for falling asleep, like hot baths and a warm glass of milk at night, valerian, lavender, stuff like that, they all help to relax the nervous system. Well, when your body's healthy as created by this program, and you do not have uneliminated acids in your blood, your nervous system will be strong and you won't need those crutches, and you also will find that you fall asleep much more readily. When your body's healthy acids are being eliminated, when they're not eliminated, another reaction is that there is stress placed on your kidneys or increased urination as your kidneys try to eliminate the acids that your bowel did not eliminate. So again, uneliminated acids, kidney stress, that can result in nighttime urination. Many people wake up at night to urinate. You should never have to get up to urinate in the middle of the night. As far as a healthy bowel goes, and I'm sorry, let me stick back here. As far as a healthy body goes, again, not only more oxygen, but when there's eliminated acids, but when you eliminate acids, you reduce inflammation and mucus in the body as well. So another way of saying that is when there's acids in the blood and bowel not being eliminated, another couple of the reactions your body has to protect you against those is to create more mucus to entrap those acids, and also to create inflammatory chemicals, which again buffer those acids. But inflammation and increased mucus production will result in clogged sinuses, and that is largely what is behind problems of snoring. Now, you can also have sinus problems from an infection, which a healthy bowel helps, but largely it's due to the uneliminated acidity. As far as a healthy bowel goes, why that helps with sleep problems is because one of the jobs of your bowel bacteria is to fight off infections, bacterial, fungal, parasitic, yeast infections, and what have you. When you have infections, that can cause nighttime urination as well. Sometimes that nighttime urination is just irritation from an infection and irritation to your bladder. The healthy bowel is also responsible for regulating and balancing your hormone levels. So when you have a healthy bowel bacterial environment, your hormone levels are balanced, and that by and large eliminates the problem with night sweats. Now, night sweats can also happen when the body's unhealthy. When those kidneys are stressed and you're not eliminating acids, your body also could sweat in an attempt to try to get those acids out as well. So it's related to the healthy body as well, but certainly also to hormonal balance, which your bowel bacteria should be regulating for you. A healthy bowel also is responsible for the manufacture of a substance called melatonin. Melatonin is needed to be able to stay asleep. So you might wake up due to nighttime urination or some of these other causes, whether you do or not, but especially if not, difficulty falling asleep is almost always a melatonin problem or a problem with inadequate levels of that. While you're healing your bowel and body with this program, the best crutches to use to eliminate sleep problems are body bentonite, melatonin, colloidal silver, and natural progesterone cream. Body bentonite eliminates the acids that reduce oxygen levels and create nervous system stress. It eliminates the acids that stresses out the kidneys and eliminates the acids that cause the mucus inflammatory production. So the body bentonite is a fabulous crutch for difficulty in falling asleep, sleep apnea, snoring, and nighttime urination that's due to uneliminated acids. It also then helps with sweats that are due to uneliminated acids as well. The melatonin is a great crutch for difficulty staying asleep. Colloidal silver is great for infections, and again, that can affect nighttime urination. And progesterone cream, of course, is the best crutch if you have night sweats due to hormone levels that are out of balance. As far as sleep goes, some of the most common misunderstandings that I want you to be aware of is the fact that, number one, a healthy body needs sleep. If you are getting 5-6 hours sleep a night and think you're getting away with it, you're not. So in health, you need at least 7 or 8 hours of sleep a night. When I was very sick, or prior to becoming very sick, I used to sleep a lot less than I do now, and I thought I was getting away with it until one day I became very ill and for 3 years couldn't get out of bed and realized that maybe all that lack of sleep had caught up with me. So do not think, as I think some people do, that the healthier you get, the less sleep you need. That is not true. The other thing about all this is that this is a big real catch-22, and there's a big vicious cycle here because you need to be healthy to sleep well, but you also need to sleep well to be healthy. So when you sleep, your body's healing and becoming healthier, yet it's hard to sleep when you're not healthy. It's a big vicious cycle. I think that addressing sleep problems, or at least for me when I work with clients, it is a priority to helping with the healing process. And you should make it a priority too. You will heal more quickly, as well as be more energetic, more positive the next day after good sound sleep than if you don't use these crutches. And the other thing to say is that as far as these crutches go, do your best to find the one from this explanation that I've given you that you think is causing your sleep problems. And remember, a crutch should help in a few days. If it doesn't, maybe it's the wrong one, maybe you don't have the right amount. If you struggle with this and can't figure it out, you of course can always contact me for a brief visit. Usually in a short period of time, I can help you figure out which crutch and which amount you should be using. Also remember that crutches are safe. There are no side effects of bentonite, melatonin, silver, or progesterone cream. There are no side effects. The worst thing that could happen is you take them and they don't work. As far as my experience with treating these problems goes, probably the greatest fear and misunderstanding has to do with the melatonin crutch. For some reason, people think that it's a narcotic, like a sleeping pill, and that it can harm them and be dangerous and kill them if they take too many or take the large amounts that I recommend. And that's not true. It is not a narcotic. Okay? So typically, my clients need, on average, 15 or 20 milligrams a day to improve their ability to stay asleep at night. In addition to the fact that it's not a narcotic, that's important to understand because as well, the bottles of this melatonin at the health food store, they normally say things like take right before bed. In my experience is it doesn't work if you take it right before bed. It needs to get into your body. There needs to be time for it to be processed and utilized and create a kind of basically a clock and circadian rhythm is what it's doing. Our body is supposed to be up during the day eating, supposed to be sleeping at night, and then in the morning it's supposed to be eliminating acidity. That's a necessary healthy clock that our body needs to work on, and the melatonin helps to create that, but it doesn't do it immediately. So if you're taking, say, 20 milligrams, for example, take 10 at maybe 10 in the morning and another 10 at 4 or 5 at night. If you get tired right after taking them, do not blame the melatonin. Sometimes that happens, that people want to attribute it to that. If you're tired right after, it's probably because the day before when you weren't taking melatonin and weren't sleeping well, you're now paying the price the following day by being tired as a result of the lack of sleep the night before. But you will not get tired if you take melatonin. So if I took 10 pills right now, I would not just fall asleep, and neither will you. I hope all that helps. You can, of course, find more information, especially in Chapter 10 of my book, uniquehealing.com. In 2012, I will have Unique Healing Part 2 available, which will go through all these conditions and give you more information on how to use them to help you as well. You also, of course, can always go to my website at www.uniquehealing.com for more information. So I hope that helps.